A new mother whose baby was decapitated during a botched delivery today revealed how a lovely doctor reattached his head so she could kiss and cuddle him for the first time. Laura Galazzi, 24, was just over 25 weeks pregnant when her baby Stephen died at Ninewells Hospital in Dundee in March 2014. Today, while stroking the blue teddy containing her son's ashes, she told how she heard a stomach-churning pop as the infant's legs, arms and torso became detached, leaving his head inside her womb. She then underwent a cesarean section to remove the head, and it was sewn onto the tragic infant's body so that she could say goodbye. Earlier this year, a tribunal cleared gynecologist Dr. Vaishnavi Laxman to go back to work despite finding her culpable of medical failures during the 2014 procedure. Miss Galazzi, 34, told the BBC her baby's head was sewn back on by another medic so she could spend time with his body, but she initially said, "I don't want to see him, don't bring him in here." But she added, "The doctor, she was really lovely. She said, 'It's all right.' Her words were, 'I fixed him. I couldn't hold him properly, but I was able to look at him and kiss him and smell him. But it wasn't the same. It's not the same as what it should have been.'" Share this article. She had expected to have a cesarean as the baby was in breech position, but Dr. Laxman proceeded with a regular delivery. The baby's head became trapped during the birth and various techniques were tried to free it, but during this his head became detached from his body, a medical tribunal found. The Medical Practitioners Tribunal Service (MTPS) panel said he had died before this happened. Laura would later a blue teddy and Stephen's cremated ashes were placed inside. Stroking the teddy, she told BBC Scotland's Kay Adams said, "I felt a pop and initially looked at a ring on her hand believing it had snapped during labor." She said, "I'm thinking to myself, well, what was that? I felt nothing between my legs, so I thought I've done it. I've done it. My son's here. I didn't hear him crying, but I wasn't too worried about that because I knew he was so small." Then the room went into absolute chaos. People were rushing about. There was a guy who tried to go out the room. I caught his gaze. He kind of stopped, kind of turned back on himself, and sort of continued doing what he was doing. The next word I heard was "right, push again." And I'm thinking to myself, why am I pushing again? I've done it. I thought I'd done it. Then a couple of minutes later, it's "Oh, you're going to be put to sleep." Ms. Galazzi added that, when she first arrived at the hospital, midwives helped her prepare for a premature birth and all seemed well. She told BBC Scotland, "I was told my baby was okay. They wanted to keep him in my belly for as long as possible because he was in the best possible place, and I was in the hospital, so I was in the best place." When she felt it tightening around her stomach, she was moved to the labor suite as a precaution, but the next day the umbilical cord emerged from the womb, and medical staff sprang into action. She told the broadcaster, "I started screaming, panicking and shouting, hitting the buzzer, and all these midwives came in. I was taken to the first available room, put on the bed, wheeled through to theater, put on another bed. I heard something about only being 2 to 3 centimeters. My son's heart rate was dipped, but it was there. I was thinking to myself, you have to stay calm. You have to stay calm for your son. You're in the right place. All these people know what they're doing. Just trust them." The doctor said push, and I'm thinking to myself, no, I'm not in labor, I don't feel like I need to push. Attempts to deliver the baby, named Stephen, continued for another 20 to 25 minutes. The MTPS panel cleared Dr. Laxman of serious misconduct. It said her fitness to practice was not impaired and ruled that she could return to work. Ms. Galazi has now launched a petition calling for a change in Scottish law to give stillborn babies a legal identity.